Hey guys, what's up? It's Bobby with Gilk Sports Cards. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm a little late to the party here. I know a lot of videos have already come out with the big shocking news, but in case you missed it, in the sports grading card market, PSA, the big boys themselves, purchased SGC last night. So don't know the details on what they paid and all that kind of stuff, but to put it in perspective, PSA has 78% of sports card market share. SGC has 7. So now they combine, now they have 85% of the total market share. CGC has about 10, and Beckett has about 5. I'm a big believer in Beckett. I like their slabs. You know, they used to be number one. I don't know what those guys are doing over there, but they got to figure it out. But anyways, with this acquisition, PSA now owns 85% of the grading market, which is pretty crazy. So, you know, why would they buy SGC? That's what everyone's asking. What's the point? You already have 78%. You just purchased and developed a new building. You hired a bunch of new graders. What's the reasoning behind it? And actually, I came up with one that I feel pretty confident about. And that is the reason they bought SGC, in my opinion, is to block Fanatics. So obviously Fanatics owns Topps. Fanatics will have the rights of basketball and football cards, in a couple of years. I believe they purchased PWCC. If it wasn't PWCC, it was a different company, but that sells higher end sports cards and selling online or in auctions, all that kind of fun stuff, high end, at least sports memorabilia and all that kind of good things. So they own them, and it's been publicly known that they want a piece of pretty much everything in the sports card market. So what do they not have currently? And that is a grading company. Just think about it. If Fanatics owned a grading company, they can do something where, hey, open, buy your Topps Chrome, 2025 product. We'll open it live, and whatever cards you want to, grade, the grading company's right here. We'll give them to them right now, and you can have an account with Fanatics and say SGC, and you could open it online, and that card could be, going into grading that day instead of going through all this process. They could have, special deals, buy, this amount of, product and get, this special pricing for, grading. They could do a lot of really creative things if they had a piece of the grading company. And I think PSA swooped in, and bought SGC 100% to just block them. Just so Fanatics wouldn't be able to purchase SGC, because that's basically the last thing left they have to do. I feel pretty good about that's why they did this. They already have 78% market share. What else do they need? So what's your thoughts on that? But that's the reason I think this all happened. I'm very curious on how current customers of SGC will react, because it seems like that the guys and gals that grade SGC, they do it because they hate PSA, which is kind of funny. And obviously they're known for vintage as well, which they do a great job with. So if you are an SGC, if you like SGC, that's who your top preference to grade with, are you going to continue to go with them? Or because now PSA owns SGC, are you going to go a different route? Are you going to try Beckett out? CGC obviously is a solid company, but the fact is their slabs are worth a lot less than PSA and SGC. So do you go that route, or are you just going to just try SGC and see what happens? So that's the biggest question I have. I believe that SGC's market share will go down after this transition. So Currently, PSA said they're going to keep it separate, so it'll still be PSA and then in SGC slabs. But I have a feeling at some point when they see that market share for SGC go down, I have a feeling that it'll just be one. It'll just be PSA, or what I think would be cool is that PSA will be basically modern, and maybe they make SGC all vintage. I don't know, but if not, I think at some point it's just going to be one company. So that's my thoughts. I think PSA did it to block fanatics. I think at some point the PSA SGC will combine into one. And then here's the one loop that I'm actually kind of excited about. And again, I feel pretty confident that this could definitely happen. That is that now that PSA owns SGC, and currently, obviously, slabs in PSA sell more for slabs in SGC. Well, because they're combined right now, will PSA come out with a program that says, hey, send in your SGC 10s, maybe even 9.5s, which would be crazy. Send it in to us. They'll have probably a special price, say, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks. And we will put it in a PSA 10 slab. So they might do a program where for sure the 10s, but even maybe the SGC 9.5s can be sent to PSA and for a small price and slabbed into a PSA slab instead. And that's why that excites me, because PSA, again, their slabs are about 30 at a minimum, but maybe up to 40% more valuable in a PSA 10 than an SGC. So here's my plan, guys, because I think they'll strike pretty quickly. And that's a good way to make some coin really quick for PSA, is tonight, tomorrow, next couple days, I got to think of some cards I'm really interested in. And I'm going to go and I'm going to look up SGC 9.5 and SGC 10 cards that are at a pretty nice price, that if I were to purchase that card and get it transferred into a PSA slab, I will instantly make 40%. So I'm going to find a bunch of cards. I'm going to, put a heart on it on my eBay and save them. And if a news comes out, if there's a program that comes out and says, yep, any SGC 9.5 or 10 card can be slabbed up into a PSA 10 if you send it our way, I'm going to insta-buy all those cards. And I'm basically making 30 to 40% in a matter of a couple of weeks as soon as I get the cards back. So that is my plan, and I really think they'll do that. I think they'll have some type of program. I don't know if it'll be sooner than later, but just in case, I'm gonna save a bunch of cards that are in SGC slab. So what's your thoughts on that, guys? That is the plan. So interesting news. So PSA has purchased SGC, and please let me know in your comments your thoughts, and especially if you're an SGC guy or gal, if you're going to continue to do business with them. So funny enough, and I just looked it up today, I'm in the final steps for a SGC submission. So it's my first time trying them out in a couple of years, but I had 9 cards. I didn't like the grades from PSA, and I'm like, they were $15 a pop. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna send some cards to SGC and see how that turns out. I haven't tried them in a while. I really respect them. They're, their CEO and all that. Everything they do is pretty cool. So I will have an SGC reveal probably within a week, and we'll see how that goes. But that's it for today, guys. Again, let me know your thoughts. Are you still going to be slabbing up with SGC? What do you guys think PSA's, plan is? And what do you think of my idea of potentially buying some SGC graded cards to get them slabbed up in PSA? So that's it for today. That's the big news. Have a great day. Have a great week. And by the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it looks like Rookies and Star mega boxes, which includes an auto and the mem, will probably drop today on Target.com or maybe tomorrow. And if you're subscribed to the channel and have the notifications, I'll send out a link as soon as that happens in case you guys want that product. So that's it for today, guys. Have a great one. Thanks for watching. Peace.